Today I want to show you how I fill the keyword slots on the KDP app for best effect. Well, at least how they work for me. Right, so in the paperback details, so that's the book title. The subtitle, I always make sure there's some keywords in there. I mean, you've got to really make use of every space you've got in this listing. But what I won't do is I won't pack it full of words like miller, milling, rivers, lakes. You just pack it full of all kinds of things. I like to keep the subtitle running smoothly and making sense, so that when people are actually reading the title when they first see the book in the listings on Amazon, it reads well. A beautifully illustrated introduction to the canals, mills and windmills of Great Britain. Now, that's better than filling it full of all sorts of crap, and I'm still managing to put in some keywords. Now, the thing is, the keywords here get seen or get utilized by Amazon before anything else. So these are the most important keywords you can have on these two sections. Now, when we go down to keywords, I don't like to have any of those words, if possible, in these sections here, because the keywords in the title and the subtitle are already going to get used. So I'll be wasting this space by putting the same words in again. Ideally, I'd find something that suits the book without filling these spaces from one end to the other, which some people do, and it works for some people. I don't know how, but it does. But yeah, I like to keep things quite simple. So how do I find these keywords for this book? Well, first of all, I try to imagine, if I don't really know the subject well, I really shouldn't be writing the book. But if it's something simple and the interior is quite basic and it's more of a photographic journey with simple text, which it could be for this book, then I'll try to think of things that would suit the book, if I know the subject well. So okay, knowing next to nothing about this subject, I'll go to Amazon. I'll type in something that relates to it, if not the title: waterways and canals of Great Britain. Right, okay, I've been given a few books here, 410 results, so I can pick some keywords from that for one side of the book, which will be the canals, the waterways. I'll look at the windmills in a minute. Now, when you look at the listings here, you'll see I have this. I can see where it's ranked, and this just helps me when I'm looking through books on Amazon. And it's a Chrome extension, Amazon Assistant. So do a little bit of search for that, add it to your Chrome. If you're using Chrome, I'm sure you'll find other extensions you can use that will give you a similar little peek at what they're doing. So you don't have to actually click on them to find out where they rank. So 54,000 is not so bad. You know, they're selling books. So let's have a little look. If I do click on that, I can see that really they've kept things quite simple. And that could be a factor in how they're selling a few books. Now in the UK, 54,000 in books, you might be selling a book a day, which isn't so bad, which is not to be sniffed at. If you've got a score of 54,000 in the US, you may be selling twice as many, maybe 3 times as many books, but it's a much bigger market. Now, what can I take away from this? Well, I can take that away. Now, that's a great keyword, so we'll have that. Go back to my listing. I'll paste that in. I like that, because it's not in my keywords in the title and subtitle. So we'll now go back. So now we look at this one here, map inland and Great Britain. Now, I could use something like this because it's obviously selling. The title may have made a difference. If I click on it, there's really not a lot I can go with here. I like the map, which I could probably get away with it being a guide. I could have guide and inland guide map of GB, for instance. So let's go with that. Okay. And let's go back again. Let me just read through the details here. First published over 60 years ago, when interest in reviving Britain's network of navigable and rivers. Well, that doesn't read very well for a start, but I do like some of the words in there. So we've got Britain's, which is good. Navigable, I like that. Rivers, yep. Britain's navigable rivers. Okay, so let's have that. So I can copy that. I'll go back to here. Paste. So Britain's navigable network. Oh. So Britain's network of navigable and rivers. So we'll get rid of the and. It's absolutely pointless. Get rid of the of. Actually, no, we'll keep the of. So Britain's network of navigable rivers. So we're keeping in there. So really now I think I've pretty much done with the waterways side of things. So now let's look at the windmills. Okay, so I'll type in windmills of Great Britain. Let's see what we get. Windmills and water wheels. I like water wheels. I could probably get away with that because we're still on the same line. Windmills, waterways, water wheels. Windmills sometimes are used to power a water wheel on the waterways. So okay, I like water wheels. So we'll have water wheels, and I can add in Scotland, England, Wales, Northern Ireland. I can't have that, but I can have NI. So let's just throw that in for good measure. So we're starting to fill it up a little bit. Let's go back. Suffolk and Norfolk stand out. So I might just put those in. And I'm going to put canal. I know we're talking about windmills, but these are a popular place for windmills, it seems. Okay, so I mean, it's pretty limited there, what else I can have. So if we just take out the Great Britain and see what we get for windmills. Okay, so I'm in all the junk here. I say junk, no disrespect if you're selling any of these items. So I'll put windmill books. Now again, I'm pretty limited here. So I'm struggling, to be honest with you. So what I'll do is, I'll certainly put how it works, but I won't put, I'll put that down here in the 7th slot. Now what I do with the 7th slot is, I pack it with things. I just go for it in that slot. These 6 slots, I'm more deliberate. I really want the words, and as you can see, it's looking quite good. So okay, I've struggled. So what's my other option? Okay, so what I'll do is, I'll go to Google, and I'll type in windmills, just to try to pick up some more information. Okay, so it's grain, of course. Windmills were used to crush grain. So I'll put grain here. I'll throw that into the mix there. Sails, vanes, sails, or blades. Now I quite like that. So I'm going to actually put that in. Anyone looking for this kind of book would have an understanding of how windmills are made, what they're used for, all the part names. So yeah, I kind of like that. They may actually type vanes in as a search or as a keyword. I don't need the called, so I'll get rid of that. and I don't need the or. So I'll get rid of that. So that's it. Now I could just put some more things in here. So let's do that. I like to chuck this one out because what Amazon does is it takes this slot, and the same with the title and the subtitle, and it juggles them words about. It doesn't necessarily use them in that order. Someone might type in cruising river, and this will become that keyword. It might not use them all. It might just use river cruising. So it juggles that slot about. That's why there's so much going on in that one, but not too much, because it actually consists of important keywords. So yeah, it juggles them about. So with this one, I don't mind packing it out. So what else can we find? Well, let's have a little look. We've got wind pumps and turbines. I like that. Okay, so we'll have them, and I'll add them in here. And it looks like it's going to be 2 words. So, yeah, we'll leave it at that. So there's all my keywords finished. The 7 slots I think I've used for maximum effect. Now, what I'll do is I'll publish my book. I'll see how it goes for a few months. It takes a while for these keywords to actually penetrate the system, to get in there and mix about with everything else. So you really need to give them a couple of months. It's why advertising, for instance, you'd put this book up, you wouldn't want to start advertising the same day, because you need your book and all the words and the description and everything to get into the system, and that can take a few weeks, months even. So really, just give it a couple of weeks before you start advertising with Amazon, if that's what your plan is. And I'll talk about advertising in another video. But that's it. So we've got everything we need. It's not chock full. It's pretty packed out. It's just right. So that's it. Please subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you get notified on more videos like this. Thank you.